first of all, do you both of you remember what the first horror movie was that you ever saw?
はい、好きか嫌いかで言ったら好きなんですけど、まあ、それはこう怖いもの見たさというかそういう、まあ、感じで好きです。あと私が記憶してて一番最初に見たなと思うのはチャイルドプレイかな、ですね。チャキ怖い。
She loves horror movies, and probably her first horror movie she's seen as a kid was Child's Play. She's still afraid of Chucky, she says, even currently. As for me, I like horror movies, but I believe my first horror movie experience as a kid was this American B horror movie called It's Alive. I think I saw that on TV with my mom as a kid.
So Asami, you started in the adult industry, and did you ever have problems because you have started in adult movies that somebody refused to work with you because of that?
ですね、自分の記憶する限りではないですね。やっぱりこういう映画が好きっていう方だったりとか、こうファンですって言ってくださる方っていうのはそういうことを差別したりとかしないとてもいい方たちばかりなので、ないですね。はい。
Not that she's aware of, both from the fans and people she worked with, cast and crew. She never experienced any kind of prejudice against her with her beginning of her career.
So a question to you both, can you tell us about the projects you're maybe working on right now or you're planning to do in the future?
昨日も今言ったんですが、ドイツに来る直前に、アップした作品で、井口昇作品になるんですけども、ゾンビ映画が控えております。皆さんがまだ多分誰もおそらく見たことはないんじゃないかなというびっくりするようなゾンビ映画なので、皆さん私もそれちょっと美味しい役で出てますので皆さん楽しみに、しててください。
Her up-and-coming project is a zombie movie with director of Machine Girl, Noboru Iguchi, and it's a zombie movie. She can't disclose too much about it yet, but it's a zombie movie you've never seen before, so please look forward to it. And as for me, I'm developing a horror movie with one of the studio in Japan, and I'm raising money for Summer Avenger Part 2, so hopefully I can bring that to Germany, I don't know, hopefully maybe next year or so.
Talking about raising money for the movies, is it really hard to get the money? How do you get connect with people? How do you get money for the movies? Can you tell us a little bit about this?
光武さんもそうですし、それで自分の周りにいる監督さんたちからやっぱり聞くとどんだけ大変なんだよそれっていう、こっちは役者なんでその苦労はわからないし協力もしてあげれないんですけど、やっぱ見てると大変だなと思いますね。
Because she's a cast member, she's not experienced in raising money firsthand, but with all the director friends she has, she heard how hard it is to raise money. And yeah, I have to say, probably the hardest part of filmmaking is to get your project green light, you know, to secure the money and stuff like that. So that's really the hardest part of movie making.
I don't have a question now. Maybe you can tell, do you have something you want to share with the audience? Something you really want to say that nobody asked before?
That's a hard one.
私はアクション女優なんですよ。なのでこれから頑張っていきたいななんて思ってます。
She said she wants to consider herself action actress, you know, and so, you know, hopefully she can do more projects like that and be, you know, fully recognized as an action actress in the future. So that's what she wants to say to the audience. As for me, I don't know if you haven't seen Lone Wolf Samurai Avenger, please check it out. Germany is one of the only country actually released Lone Wolf on Blu-ray. And we shot the movie on HD, so if you see the movie on Blu-ray, you get 120% of the movie. And, you know, it's, I'm really happy that somebody actually released it on Blu-ray.
Okay, I think we have room for one more question. Over there.
Kurando, about your first movie, Monsters Don't Get to Cry, if I'm not mistaken, it was never released, at least not widespread. Are there any plans to release it after all? Maybe after the success of Lone Wolf?
Yeah, my first movie called Monsters Don't Get to Cry, it was only released on DVD in Japan. It didn't get the distribution elsewhere. You know, it was a tough movie. I mean, we only had like $100,000 budget, and you know, we did the, you know, confined space thriller, and it was a very challenging movie. So I don't know if I necessarily want to release it, you know, widely. I like to. It was my first feature. I made a lot of mistakes on it. I'd like to think that that movie as a honorable failure, and I learned so much from it. I'm still proud of the movie. If you have a chance, please take a look at it. But well, I would love to remake it actually. You know, with the new cast and new setup and stuff like that. I still like the script. I think it was a good script.
So I'm very sorry, our time is up for today. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Asami and the great Kurando! Thank you so much.